Chosen vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man, Druuill, and I'm back at you again with another video. I need each and every vessel to hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Shout out to the Galactic family, the GCVs, and of course, Drew Nation. Let's get right into it. You're starting to feel better and enjoy yourself more, and it's helping you out a whole lot. Hit that like button, hit that share button. Don't forget to subscribe. We about to get into it. You're starting to feel better and enjoy yourself more. You're letting go of a lot of negativity that you may have been holding on to. Resentment is not the way. Holding on to hatred is not the way. And that is allowing you to feel better. It's improving you. You're starting to latch on to the things that you want because you're ditching all the things that you don't want, all the things that made you miserable, all the things that forced you to be unhappy. That's not your main focus anymore. You're finally starting to realize that if I put my mind where I want my life to go, then I'm going to feel a whole lot better about myself, and my life will slowly but surely start to head in that direction. All by me just playing my part. All by me just focusing on something better instead of something that's going to make me feel bitter. And when it's right in your face and you're dealing with it and it's new to you and you want it to stop, you want it to be over with, you're tired of it, you wish people would change, you wish things would change. It's like it seems harder to deal with than it actually is because you just want it to be over with. But you're experiencing it for a reason because God put it in your way so you could grow around it while you go around it. But you're starting to feel better and enjoy your life more because you realize that the things that were bothering you, the things that were causing you to be stressed, the things that were being a pest to you and causing you all these negative feelings and stuff like that, you realize that they're not important. You realize that even though they're there, I don't have to be aware. I can be aware of something else. I can be aware of something different. I could train my brain to focus on what I want it to. I can tell myself what to focus on, what I want it to. And when you focus on better things instead of bitter things, you're not going to be bitter. You're going to be better. You're going to enjoy your life more. More happiness is going to be able to flow into your life. More peace is going to be able to flow into your life. You're not just going to be somebody that's talking about these things, but you're going to be somebody that's actually experiencing these things. You're going to be talking about it and being about it. And who doesn't want to talk about peace and be about peace? Who doesn't want to talk about happiness and joy and be about those things? Because they all come from within. They all start with you. If you want to be happy, it has to start with you. If you want more peace in your life, it has to start with you. If you want more joy in your life, it has to start with you. And these things, when you focus on them, it makes you a more healthier person, and it's helping you out a whole lot. A lot of your stress will go away when you no longer make the things that are stressing you out be the forefront of your thoughts, the forefront of your mind, right? You put your mind on something different, you're going to become something different. And slow is better than no. It may be a process, all right? But as long as you're making progress, that's all that matters. It may be a process, but all you have to do is be making progress, All right. And a lot of things that are good, it's a process behind it. A lot of things that are worthwhile is going to take some time. You're going to have to learn some different things so that way you could discover a different part of yourself, a different version of yourself, a better version of yourself. And that's what it's all about. That's what you want to be. You want to become a better person. You don't want to be a bitter person. Sometimes when you're around negativity, sometimes when you're around bitter energy, it rubs off on you, and you don't want to be it. But depending on how you deal with it, you end up taking some of that negative energy into yourself when you had nothing to do with that in the first place. Negative energy changes you because you low key become the people who you're around. And if you don't have the information, if you don't have the wisdom to not entertain it, to not let these things enter your spirit, then you're going to become them. You're going to become slightly like the people you don't like, because or you're going to be you're going to slightly become your situation. Sometimes it's people, sometimes it's our situation that we may have got ourselves in, that we may have been put in some kind of way due to life just happening, or some things, some things that we did, just living life, making mistakes, making wrong decisions. But you don't have to become that situation. You don't have to become your past. You're not your past. You're not negativity. You're not those things that you no longer want to experience. So, as long as you are aware now that, you know what, that negative thing happened, those negative things happen, I don't have to live in that anymore. I don't have to keep circulating that story in my mind anymore. I don't have to keep allowing the things that happened or the negative energy that I've experienced. I don't have to be that anymore. All right. A lot of us, we become what we feel like due to lack of understanding of how to deal with certain things. You deal with some rough people, you have some rough experiences, you go through some things that you don't like, all right? And now, because of you thinking a certain way about the energy behind it, you low key take that energy in, and now you absorb that. Now you become the situation instead of just letting the situation pass. But now you realize that, you know what? I could just let that go. I could let that pass. I'm not that. I don't have to keep experiencing that. I don't have to keep thinking about that. I think something different. I'm going to become something different. I'm going to feel something different. And that way I could let go, so that way I could have something different. When you hold on to negative energy, it's going to draw more negative energy. You hold on to the things that you want, it's going to help you attract what you need and what you want and what you want to have in your life, because you're going to be free from those things, and you're freeing up space for you to have better and for you to have more. You're freeing up more space in your life when you let go of all the toxic stuff that happened. You're freeing up yourself for more money, more success, more joy, better people to come into your life. And better people and more things are going to come into your life, because you're not going to be holding on to any resentment, any negativity. You're not going to be holding on to that version of yourself that you no longer wish to be. And we don't know sometimes that we are that person, even though we don't want those things to happen, even though we don't like that type of energy. We don't like those types of people. We don't like negativity. We don't know that we become that sometimes because of what we've been through. That's why some people, they wear what they've been through on their face. They hold on to their experiences and they become them. And now they're what they experienced by having negative energy, not being a positive person, holding on to resentment, not letting things go, not moving forward with their life. They think they're moving forward, but they're still living in the past. You're able to become someone different when you start to change how you feel about things, how you look at things, and you see what you went through as just an experience, and it's not you. All right, it's not you. It's just what happened. It's not you. It's just what you dealt with. It's what you had to deal with to become a better person. So you don't let things make you a bitter person. You let things make you become a better person. And it comes with time and experience. And you have to make a choice right? Because you have to decide, yo, am I going to keep living in the past, or am I going to move forward and choose to focus on the things that I want, which is going to help me create a amazing life for myself. I'd rather have an amazing life where I continue to experience things that I want, where I continue to meet people that I need to meet for all the right reasons and all the right purposes. Or am I going to just stay in the past where I'm thinking about toxic people, negative energy, bad things, things that I don't want to happen? And it's a lot easier when you let go of the resentment, when you choose to focus on the things that you want, because you're not necessarily holding yourself imprisoned in your mind in that negative experience or in that negativity. Letting those things go is a lot better for you, and it's healthy for you. All right. Your stress levels will drop, because like if you are aware of PTSD, I'm sure you are, but some people have PTSD, some people have complex PTSD. And complex PTSD, it's like you're replaying a negative track in your mind over and over and over and over again. And you're holding on to the negative image, you're holding on to the negative person, you're holding on to the resentment, you're holding on to the arguments, you're holding on to how you feel about all that. And you think you might be moving forward, or you think you might be progressing, but if you're still stressing, you're not progressing. All right. So if you're still thinking about things and they're still able to stress you out, that means you have some letting go to do. And when you let go of those things and you really let go of them, you're going to be able to welcome some better things into your life. You're going to feel a sense of emptiness, and you're going to be like, it's not like a sense of emptiness like negativity, like, oh, woe was me kind of thing. It's a sense of emptiness like, yo, I could start to focus on something better. I could start to have some different things in my life now. I could start to feel good. I could start to bring some joy into my life, some peace into my life. And that's what life is all about. And because that is real wealth. Real wealth is your joy. Real wealth is your peace. Real wealth is happiness. And people don't tend to focus on these things because we live in a world where negativity is put to the forefront. And it's like the more negative you are, people think that's being real, right? People don't think being a happy person or a joyful person or having a positive mindset, they don't see that as realistic. And if they don't see that as realistic, that's their problem. That has nothing to do with you. But the thing is, that's why people want to bring you down, because it's like they see that as like a fake thing. They see that as something that's not real. And it is real, it's not fake. It bothers them. So it's like they have to find a label for it, because it's something that they're not used to. It's something that they're not experiencing. So it's like they have to put a negative spin on it because they don't understand it. They don't understand how people can get over trauma and get over negative experiences, and let go of things that they no longer want and focus on things that they do. A lot of people don't have the mindset to 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 do that, and you were able to do that because you just wanted more out of life, and you knew that you couldn't have it by being a negative person. And you knew that in order to want more out of life and to achieve those things, you have to be a positive person for the life that you're trying to achieve. So you knew you had to let go of negative things, and that led you to some healing. That led you to, working on your mind, and fixing yourself and improving yourself, and working towards becoming what you wanted to be. And there are some blocks, there are some blockages, there are some things that will keep you stagnant if you continue to focus on them rather than focusing on other things. All right. You focus on happiness, more happiness in your life. Focus on joy, you're going to be a more joyful spirited person. All right. And like, yo, happiness and joy and all those things, they do well for your body. They do well for your mind. They do well for your for your heart. I say your spark. They do well for your heart. Sparta. All right, yo. They do well for your heart, and see what's happening here. You gotta fight like you're in that movie 300. You gotta fight your demons. You gotta fight your past. You gotta fight negativity. You gotta fight negative energy, and it's not necessarily fighting other people, but you fight them by working on yourself. You fight them by exiting them out, letting them go, wishing them the best, wishing them peace, wishing them everything that you would want for yourself. And that's how you really know you're able to let go of people, because when you start to experience better things and new things, it's like, would I rather hold on to that stuff? You know what I want to call it? Would I rather hold on to that or would I rather focus on the things that I want? Because what I want is so much better than that. What I want is so much better than that. I see myself living a lifestyle that I enjoy, but when you think about things that will bring you down and will put you back into a negative mind state, you're robbing yourself of that. You're robbing yourself of your peace. All right, you're robbing yourself of health. The more you can like regular PTSD, it's like they'll think about something, they'll think about their trauma, they still have it, but it goes away. They'll like it'll still pop up from time to time, but the thing about complex PTSD is like that it's like a broken record. It's like it keeps replaying, keeps replaying, keeps replaying, and the person is always constantly going through it, always constantly thinking about it, and it's like they're unable to let it go because they're not aware of certain things. They're not aware of how to work their mind or how their mind works. So you have to figure out a way to distance yourself from how you feel, and you have to replace those negative thoughts with a different soundtrack. All right. So once you work on yourself, once you start to heal, once you start to see that there's more to life than what you went through, you're not what you went through, you're not your emotions. All right. You are money, but you're not your emotions. All right. Once you realize that, you know what, I am peace, I'm not negativity. I am joy, I'm not hate. I am love, I'm not hate. I'm happiness, I'm not bitterness. I'm not negativity. I'm good, I'm not evil. I'm prosperous, I'm not broke. I'm healthy, I'm not sick. Once you realize these fundamental truths of what you are and what you aren't, you can begin to heal yourself. And you have to let go of resentment in order to let go of things, and you have to realize that you don't have to hate certain people because of what they did to you or how they treated you or how negative they were to you or because of who they are. And no matter how bad you want them to be somebody else, if they're not going to change, hating them, having resentment towards them, feeling negative towards them is not going to change your situation. It's not going to change the past. Hating people for who they are is not going to change the past. Hating people for how what they did or how they changed your life or how your life was altered as a result of them is not going to change the past. What you have to do now is you have to focus on the present. You have to focus on the present, which is your future self, what you think about yourself, what you think about your life, how you're speaking to yourself, and how you feel. That's what you're going to experience in the future. So if you want to control your future, you need to control yourself in the present moment, how you look at things, how you feel about things, and how you're going to move forward with your life and how you're going to deal with life. You have the power to deal with life how you want to deal with it. Life will come to you. Life comes at you how you coming at life. All right. However you're coming at life, that's how it's going to come at you. If you're coming with your past in your mind and totally focused on everything that happened to you and going through life like a victim, then that's how life's going to treat you. That's how life is going to come at you. But when you realize that, you know what, I don't have to be a victim. I don't have to be a negative person. I don't have to be hateful towards myself. And I know you're not a victim, but sometimes when we go through things and we're figuring out how we're about to continue on going through life as a result of what we dealt with, um, we could possibly have a negative mind state. All right. And it's not your fault. You went through some things. You were around some negative people and it shaped you, it molded you, but you have to shift back into a newer person. You have to shift back into a better person so that way you don't stay there. People who choose to stay there are victims. People who work on themselves, people who are working through that, you're not a victim. You survived that. All right, you survived that narcissist. You survived those energy vampires. You survived those gang stalkers. All right, you survived all that. So you need to pat yourself on the back, and you owe yourself some respect. You owe yourself some love, some appreciation, because you're still here, and you aren't allowing yourself to become a negative product of what you went through. You're allowing those things to shape you and mold you into a greater, bigger, stronger individual, instead of allowing those things to hold you back. Complain about those things, look at those things from a negative point of view, a woe is me point of view, a sorry for me point of view, sorry self-identity point of view. Like, you don't want to do that to yourself, because that's not going to allow you to get anywhere. Nobody's going to want to be around you. Nobody's going to want to be around a person like that. All right. The right people that do come into your life, they won't want to stay for long when you continue to tell yourself you have a lot going on. And you may have had a lot going on, but that's where replacing those things with better comes in. You want to replace the bitter with better. You want to leave that stuff behind. You want to, not focus on those things anymore. You don't want to focus on your past. You want to stop living in your past. All right. You don't have to continuously live in your past. Those things happened. All right. People didn't treat you right. People were negative. People betrayed you. People weren't positive. All right. People were playing with your mind. They gaslit you. They did some things that you would never do to them. They did some things that you'd never imagine. But it's like, it is what it is. You can't stay there. All right. That's what they want. That's what they would prefer. They would prefer you stay there. The longer you stay there, the more you stay angry. All right, because you're focusing on something that's never going to change. What happened to you is never going to change. The people who treated you a certain type of way that you wish they didn't, they may never change. You can't hold yourself back and hold your life back waiting for things to change, especially things that you have no power over or no control. You have to focus on the things you have control over, and you got to let go of what you don't have no control over. If you definitely don't have no control over your past and what happened to you. You definitely don't have any control over how people choose to treat people. They may not treat you in a way that you would treat them. It may have opened up your eyes to a new world, that this whole world exists that I never knew of, because I'm not this kind of person. I never knew in a million years there's people like this, or this was going on. I knew something wasn't right. I knew it wasn't totally right, but it's like, it is what it is. Everybody's allowed to be who they want to be, and you, at this point, you're allowed to be who you want to be, and that's the beauty of life. You have the power to be who you want to be, and you want to become something to where you're going to put yourself in a position to live the best life that you could possibly have, because that's why God put you here. He didn't put you here to suffer forever. He didn't put you here to live a terrible life. He didn't put you here to be constantly just going through negativity. All right, he didn't put you here to constantly be focused on negativity. So start, filling your mind with the things that you want. Start becoming the person that you want, because you're starting to feel better. You're starting to enjoy life more, and that's what you want to lean more towards. You want to enjoy your life. All right, and that's what's going to get people back the most. You want to get somebody back, enjoy your life. You want to get somebody back, be a positive person, do things that give your life fulfillment. Do things that are meaningful to you. Become what they told you couldn't. Do the things that they told you were terrible at, and become great at it. Slap them in the face with your greatness. All right, slap them in the face with great, not hate. Let go of that great. Let go of that hate and go be great. There we go. Let go of that hate and go be great. That's that. If you want to get somebody back, that's the best way to do it. Let go of that hate and go be great. Because like doing things that give your life meaning and make you feel good is what they tried to stop in the first place. They didn't want you to go after those goals and those dreams, and they didn't want you to feel good about yourself and be happy. Isn't that why they were trying to bother you in the first place? Because you felt good about yourself? And isn't that why people tried to bring you down? Because they saw you above them in the first place? Go back up. You don't have to stay down. They tried to pull you down, but you don't have to stay down. All right? They tried to pull you down, but you no longer have to stay down. You can choose to get up whenever you want. You can choose to let go of your negative past whenever you want. That's the beauty of the mind. All right. So the fact that you're starting to feel better and enjoy life more, it's helping you out a lot. It's helping out your health. You're sleeping better. Your stress levels are going down. All right. You have a more positive outlook on your future, which is going to allow you to attract a more positive life. What you see is what you get. Now you're starting to see yourself living it up. Now you're starting to see yourself becoming wealthy. Now you're starting to see yourself being more healthier. Now you're starting to see yourself being a more positive person. Now you're starting to see yourself develop a more positive mindset. All things that are going to help you enjoy your life more. All right. So you got a lot of great things in store for you. You have a lot of amazing, wonderful things in store for you. You're going to meet some amazing, wonderful people that are going to be like family to you. All right, you're going to have form bonds with people, no, and not trauma bonds with people. All right. So keep doing you. Keep keep your head on the swivel. Obviously, all right. But keep doing you. Keep being a positive person. Keep pushing whatever you stand for, so you don't fall for nothing. And I'd like to see you in the next video. Everybody, hit that like button, hit the share button, and don't forget to subscribe. All right. We got a lot more great things coming, and I hope you stick around for it because I know you want to be a part of it, and I want you to too. I'll see you in the next video. Peace, love, and light. We out.